Now then guys, M&J Automotive here, and we're just going to do a bit of a run through of a diagnostic procedure on a Ford Focus. Alright, we'll start off right back at the beginning. This is using the Autel Mk808 Diagnostic tool. So this is right from the beginning when you open up. So you run into Diagnostics. With it being a Ford, as you can see right here, we've gone to Ford. This is the only problem with them. The stand for holding onto the steering wheel isn't the best, so it can be a bit of a pain keeping it on. So yeah, click on read VIN. Hopefully it will pick up the VIN number as it has. Go on to an OK. May take a little bit of time to decode the VIN. So this is the Ford 1 litre that we have just done timing belt on, and after we dragged it up here, after it had not been run for 9 months, was left with the customer in pieces, and we've essentially had to come in and literally pick up the pieces. Door card full of nuts and bolts, having to basically guess where everything went, work our way back from ground up, and then strip the vehicle right down, clear out the fuel pump of all the belt material that was in it, and then start doing timing belt on the vehicle. We've got the original Ford torquing procedure for the crank bolt, which is quite an in-depth procedure that'll be on the other video that'll be uploaded onto YouTube. And so here we are running through the diagnostic, and as you can see, it's running through powertrain control module pass, ABS pass, restraint control module pass, IPC instrument panel control module. It's got 2 codes, and we'll just let it run through all the systems. And you've got a little progress bar up here, 38%, 42%. The top right hand corner, there's battery voltage there, so you can monitor that, make sure it's not dropping down too low while you're doing the diagnostic. And then once it's run through all the systems, we'll then go into each one individually, read the code, see what there is in there, and then go from there. So I'll just give it a couple of minutes. Right, there we go. It's run through all the systems. Right, so at the top of the list it goes through, and then it'll number them down, the ones that actually have faults in. So we'll start off at IPC instrument panel control module, fault 2. So click on it, click on read codes, establishing vehicle. So there we go. So ignition is on, yes. And then it may take a minute or two to establish. It'll then actually run through, and as you can see, it's doing everything it needs to do on the instrument panel, testing everything out, and then it'll run through the system. So controller module, communication bus off, lost communication with BCM. I can imagine that's down to the fact that the battery voltage had dropped that low that it no longer even registers. The battery is completely and utterly knackered on this vehicle. The customer does need to get a brand new battery because currently it is running off our jump pack alone. The battery isn't actually doing anything. So we don't need to worry about them at this time. So we can click on erase codes, yes, and then you'd click on read codes to verify, or you can just click on escape, and then it'll actually do a quick scan on that section, and there we go, pass, no faults. Front control display interface module, 2 codes, probably similar ones actually. So again, see diagnostic self-test on the radio there. There we go, lost communication with instrument panel cluster, instrument panel control module, invalid data received from instrument panel cluster control module. Again, down to the same thing, battery voltage. So come back out of there, erase codes, yes, and it's erasing them, successfully erased, reads to codes to verify, but again, escape out. There we go, pass, no faults, beautiful. HVAC, heating, ventilation and air conditioning control module. So read codes. And basically, as it's reading the codes, it will then go through different systems in the vehicle, run those systems to determine whether there's a fault with them. So it's a quite clever system how it works. One thing I will give you a fair warning of, some of them, vehicle identification number fault. Interesting actually, that one. So see if it clears out. If not, we'll worry about it later. So yeah, some of them, some systems, when it's running through, it will, like, there you go, it's back onto the that code's come back, so we'll have to look into that one. But yeah, it will sound the horn or something along those lines, which can be quite startling if you're not expecting it. I don't believe we're doing one of those ones, but just be warned. There we go, lost communication with the instrument panel again. There we go. So the only one that will actually be staying is the vehicle identification number in the HVAC control module. So we'll have to have a look down that route and see what's coming up on there. So parking aid module, that one's passed, no faults. So now scroll back up to the top, and as you can see, just with one code left in it. So all in all, to say the vehicle was stood 9 months with no power, in bits, no hope essentially, because the customer had actually contacted a couple of garages with hopes of getting it fixed. Everyone had turned him down because they said that they couldn't actually do the job, and it just so happened that he went out for a meal with one of my customers. They turned around and said at this meal, said, "Oh, get in touch with M&J Automotive, they'll most likely do the job." They're a bit daft and take on some of the most ridiculous jobs you'd see. Speaking of a 17-hour timing chain on the drive in the freezing cold, or a Kia Sportage clutch and flywheel in the snow. They're just some of the jobs we've done. People, and that's in the last 3 months. People say we're daft, but we enjoy it, and it's one of them. From now on, we'll be able to make some content out of it, since we've started doing the YouTube side of things. So we'd just like to thank you for watching the video. It's been a little bit of a longer just talk through video than we've done. I've got this one, there's going to be one on a Snap-on Ethos Tech as well, so there'll be a couple of ones like that. Some more tool reviews. Once the garage is tidy, we'll do a bit of a garage tour, because it is an absolute shithole at the minute, and I can vouch for that. It's always the same when we've had a couple of big jobs in. It gets to the point where we just start chucking stuff in until we get the job finished, then we start getting it tidied out after we've finished the job. But once it is tidy and workable, we'll give you a bit of a tour. There is an engine in there, gearbox in there, there's 2 toolboxes, engine cranes, stands, support bars. There's for what's in there, it is ridiculous really. But again, we won't be able to do what we do without it. So yeah, we'd just like to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment if you have anything to add. If you'd like to see anything in particular, please feel free to give us a shout. We'll try and find a way to include it in something. And thank you for watching. Have a good day, evening, night, morning, wherever you are. Thank you.